people are already using Garage Plug, so they might know some of the things which I'll be talking in the later part of the presentation. However, people who are like not Garage Plug users, for them, there will be a couple of new things as well. And today we have invited people from Middle East, Southeast Asia, as well as I think some people from India as well. So with this note, I'll start the presentation. So to give the introduction, I belong to Garage Plug, and if you know about Garage Plug, it's the operating system for auto repair and detailing business. So, so this is a platform, end-to-end platform to manage your entire business, customers, everything. And we have been doing, we are into this business from last 3.5 years, and we have been doing a lot of things around the same domain. So this is a little bit background about our company, and oops, yeah. So this is the founding team of Garage Plug. People who are not using Garage Plug, I think they might not know about us. So Ashish, he is one of the co-founder who is from automotive domain. He is domain expert with 20 plus years of experience in automotive after sales. And he was working with Toyota, and he was Kaizen leader, implemented a lot of processes in after sales, various workshops around the world, and he is like the domain expert in our team. And Rohit, he is also in this webinar, and he is leading the product and marketing, and he's gold medalist from National University of Singapore. And 13 plus years he has been building scalable products, platforms. So he has huge experience in building the products. And I'm taking care of the business part here. And I have 20 plus years of experience working with various multinational companies, driving their products, driving their platform launches. So you can see some of the names here. And Mr. Kuruda-san, he's our mentor advisor. He's a Japanese guy, and he lives in Japan, and he was after sales Toyota head for some time, and he has total 30 plus years of automotive experience. So this is our founding team, and we have many more people working on the product, working in sales, support, and all. So this is a bit of introduction. So we have a mix of technology as well as domain experts. Now coming to the topic, I think all of us know, and I'm right now sitting in India, in Bangalore, and from last 1.5 months, we are in lockdown. So I have not gone out of my apartment, and I can literally feel, I think most of you are also going through this change. So world has changed, and the terms which we have never heard before, new normal, world 2.0. I think these are the only words we are talking nowadays. So in single sentence, if I have to say, we are now in an isolation economy. Everything is, talking about how to drive things with social distancing. The whole economy has become the isolation economy. So this is a big, big change for all of us, and we all have to accept this change. So that is the big thing, like accepting change. Okay, so what we have to change, there is a change happening. So what we have to change specific to auto repair and detailing business, that is going to be the topic today. So if we look at what is happening around, why this whole hell lot of changes happening, it's all, if we look at the root cause, right now, what is going around is health is the topmost priority. So if you see the world 2.0, if we just name it like that, world 2.0, it is going to look quite different in all segments, all domains. And that is what we also need to imagine, what it is for auto repair or detailing businesses. So that is what we have been thinking from last 1.5 months, how this is going to impact, what changes are happening. And and if we look at the, the main thing, it is like everyone wants to know how safe the workshop they are getting their car serviced from. So before, maybe, there were a lot of things for a customer to select a workshop or a detailing center. They might look at various angles, but right now, if I have to get my car serviced, I will be, my first priority would be, is this center or is this workshop safe where I'm getting my car serviced? Am I going to be, impacted by coronavirus if I get it serviced there? So this is the new normal for all of us, and we all need to accept this. So if we talk about the vehicle service, what kind of differences will be there? So vehicle service will look very different from customer and from business point of view also. So here, what we are talking about, safety is going to be the first thing. Leave about the price, quality, and all. Safety is going to be the first thing. Car disinfection. These are the things, which are mandatory now, and touchless service, of course, because now even I am getting out of my home, okay, touching various things, I am so much scared, what all I have touched, what all I have done. So these are the things: safety first, car disinfection, and touchless service. These are going to be the most important things. So this is what the vehicle service will look different. And now if we talk about, what this is going to change for everybody. So I think all of us know now, people sitting at home, working from home, I mean, a lot of things are changing, and this is bringing this digital first concept all together. So what we can see already is, walk-in customers are going to be changed to online appointments. Paper estimates are going to be changed to digital estimates. Paper-based coupons going to be changed to e-coupons. Invoices to digital invoices. Cash payment to online. So this whole thing, I mean, these are some of the examples, but the whole thing is going to change. If today I have to do any cash transaction, I'll be very scared. If I have to take any paper invoice, I would rather avoid that. So these are the changes happening around, and we really need to know about this, and we really need to act on these. So who will survive? The best businesses will reinvent their service experience. So, the touchless auto service experience, the businesses who are going to give this kind of experience, of course, they will reinvent things. So now, to start with the topic, World 2.0, guidelines for auto repair business. So we are going to cover majorly 5 parts. So the first part is what kind of guidelines are there, pre-service. During the service, what kind of guidelines or best practices are there, post-service, and of course, within the workshop, hygiene point of view, what things needs to be taken care, and employee hygiene in general within the workshop. So these are going to be the 5 topics. And when we are talking about all this, if there are questions, if there are doubts, I think you can post in chat window, and we can actually take up those things in the end. And we can keep it open in the way, like in the end, we can even do brainstorming. And the purpose of this webinar is, we all are from the same industry, maybe sitting in different geographies, having different set of problems. So if we can discuss it out towards the end of let's say after I cover these guidelines, I think it will benefit others as well. So we'll keep this kind of a format of this webinar. So starting with pre-service, so the guideline here is, in various countries also, government is also coming up with the guidelines, and we have actually captured a lot of guidelines which are coming up from the industrial committee here. So various guidelines are captured from there. So the first guideline, pre-service customer interaction, I think nobody would have thought that walk-in customers will vanish suddenly. So now, as per the guideline, everything is going to be online service appointment. So appointments should be online. So vehicles should be attended through prior appointments, and the reminder or any kind of appointments notification, it has to be digital. For the simple reason, if we allow any customer coming anytime, it can make the place crowded, and of course then the danger of corona can re-trigger. So it is very much advisable for all the workshops or garages or car care centers, use some kind of online service appointments. And pre-service, any kind of customer interaction, of course, no need to have any physical interaction. Everything needs to be digital. So workshops should try to digitize all kind of interactions. And nowadays, WhatsApp is there, SMS, email, calling, all those mediums you can use to do the digital interaction. And of course, if a customer has to come and he has certain set of requirements, you can always pre-prepare the job card, share with the customer over phone or over WhatsApp. And as per the guideline, the copy of job card to be sent to customer via SMS, email, or WhatsApp. So these were the pre-service guidelines, which are more to do with the service appointments and the customer communication. Everything needs to be touchless. Now the customer receiving, so as soon as the customer comes in, the first thing all workshops are advised to do is use infrared, non-contact infrared thermometers, and to check the body temperature. And any customer having the body temperature more than 99°F should be politely requested to take rest at home or visit a doctor. So this is a very, very, I would say, mandatory guideline, and all of the workshops, they need to follow this, because this is not something we are talking about 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. You never know, it will go for years together. Then welcoming customers, of course, any customer having any kind of symptom of fever, cough, cold should not be welcomed. Even after temperature check, if you find that, you should politely ask them to leave. And you should not do any kind of handshake or any kind of physical contact. So in India, we always say, do namaste. And the moment customer comes in, even if he goes through the temperature check and everything is okay, the first step, what service advisor should do is, to guide the customer towards the sanitization. So he should sanitize the hands. So there should be, near the vehicle receiving area, there should be some provision to have the liquid soap or sanitizers. So where the customer can, wash the hand or sanitize the hands. So that should be the mandatory thing. And so these were like while receiving the customers, and now you have received the car and you are going to service the car. So there are a couple of guidelines about that. So the first one is, vehicle touch points. So all the touch points of the vehicle, based on the kind of service you're doing, you should sanitize that before and after service. Like, while entering the vehicle and exit of the vehicle, both the times you need to sanitize all door handles or any kind of touch points inside and outside by disinfectant. And second thing is, all washing staff, at least, they should make use of PPE all the time. And the guideline here is from the experts is, make use of 3-piece disposable cover. So at least the seat cover, steering wheel cover, and gear knob cover. So there could be a 3-piece. I think these kits will come soon. I'm not sure, maybe in Middle East already available. So these should be covered. At least these 3-piece disposable cover should be used for each and every vehicle. And during vehicle servicing, distancing among the technicians. So of course, you have to avoid any kind of man movement inside the workshop, and the distance should be maintained. So in one car, if even if 2 technicians are working, they have to be at a certain distance. And the whole floor planning needs to be done properly, like washing bay, how many people are there, or repair area, or any kind of area within the workshop. It has to be planned very properly, looking at the area as well as number of staff. So that kind of planning needs to be done by the owner or the workshop manager. It is very, very important. And of course, after the servicing is done, bay needs to be again sanitized. So technician needs to ensure that sanitization and cleaning of the bay is done soon after the servicing. So these were during the servicing, what kind of hygiene standards or what kind of planning you need to do and what kind of things you need to use. The next thing is hygiene within the premises of the workshop. So as I talked before itself, the social distancing protocol needs to be strictly adhered. So as you can see in this picture, you know, if you have a big workshop and you have a pathway where, you know, customers are walking in or people are walking, better to put the, you know, markings also there so that people maintain the distance and they don't come very close to each other. And and also, if you are having some area for waiting of the customers, I mean, ideally it should not be there now, but if you are having it, then you have to maintain the distance there also. So if you have some kind of sofas or chairs or whatever, you have to, you know, split it across, and, you know, you have to ensure that no two people sit together. And within the workshop, of course, I think what I have seen, the standards before COVID is like, you know, 2 times maximum some kind of cleaning or sanitizations were being done. But now, with this COVID situation, cleaning and sanitization should be done every 2 hours. So that is the guideline. Every 2 hours, you need to do this kind of sanitization, like at least doors, handles, knobs, taps, washrooms, office, or any kind of waiting area. So the areas where which are more prone to the touch of the people, those should be sanitized every 2 hours. And of course, best would be if at your reception or your front office you can put clear cut, you know, audio, visual, or pop about the, you know, awareness of the hygiene and safety for the customer, for the employees. So some kind of audio visual, pictures you can put. And I think the advice here is about, you need to remove all reusable items. It's completely, you know, very dangerous to keep any kind of reusable cups, or if you are using any cups, glasses, I think big no to that. Only use disposable glasses, and to serve any tea, coffee, if you are doing that. And best would be if you can remove your coffee or tea vending machines itself for some time, you know, because that's a big source of, you know, touch from outsiders. And even for the water also, I mean, at least in Middle East I have seen the practice of small water bottles, so that is good. So if you're doing that, keep it up, or remove all water glasses if you have in your premises, and just use the small water bottles, which anybody can, you know, drink, and throw it off in a separate bin. And completely remove any paper based things like newspaper, magazine, any kind of paper material. You should get rid of that now. It's high time. And customer lounge, the guideline here is, you know, you can actually, it can be closed for some time, but even if you want to keep the customer lounge, you can make the, you know, entry restricted or number of people restricted. So you need to do those kind of arrangement. Best is, you know, to keep it closed for some time. And ideally, if you don't encourage walk-in customers, then you don't need a customer lounge for some time. And of course, from hygiene and this ventilation point of view, it's advisable that, you know, you can restrict the use of air conditioning. And some places, if you cannot restrict the use of air conditioning, then I think you need to clean that also. Your ACs also needs to be cleaned or serviced, disinfected, basically. Yeah. So these were like within the workshop, what kind of hygiene standards you need to take. And now coming to the service delivery. So again, big no to paper invoices. You should use digital job cards, digital invoices, and everything can be shared over WhatsApp or SMS or email. So you need to use these digital medias to share the invoices. And payments, again, try to avoid any kind of physical transactions like, you know, bill copy or cash. So try to go for the online payments or digital payments. And coming to the vehicle handover, so of course we discussed before, like any touch points like car steering or seats or any other common touch point needs to be sanitized in front of the customer. And service advisor, if you are handing over the keys, if service advisor is handing over the keys, he needs to sanitize that with using appropriate disinfectant before handing over. Or other practice could be that you can keep a pouch, you know, sanitized pouch in some area, and where you can drop the key and customer can come and pick up the key. So again, that pouch also needs to be, you know, disinfected or sanitized. And about the employee hygiene, there are a couple of standards or you know, guidelines or best practices here. So of course, manpower segregation. So I think already many of the workshops, they are operating with 50% or 30% capacity. So that way, of course, there won't be any crowd. But still, if you have different departments with different job profiles, you know, you have a back office or you have front office and various, you know, areas, you need to do a proper manpower planning to ensure that, you know, people can keep the social distancing can be maintained. So the whole planning needs to be done based on your operations, your number of staff, and the kind of area you have. So this whole segregation of manpower needs to be done. And of course, as you are checking, you're going to check your you know, walk-in customers or people who are coming with their cars about the temperature. Each and every employee also needs to be checked. You know, thermal scanning needs to be done where you can check the temperature before they get into the premises, and also any kind of symptoms if they have about COVID-19. And another guideline is for your staff, you can encourage your staff not to use public transport. So if the public transport is open, I think it's better not to use that. If there is a possibility to take the, you know, personal mode of transport, I think that is advisable here. And some of the workshops, the practices, you know, technicians come or staff comes and they change the uniform inside in the changing area. I think that can be avoided. So the employees can report in the uniform and avoid usage of changing room. And of course, you need to instruct them to wash the uniform every day. And the last point about how employee hygiene is, you know, if you are doing any kind of biometric attendance or register attendance, you have to stop doing that. So you can do it by roll number calling or any other way where, you know, there is no, they don't touch anything. So that way, I think roll call is a good way where you can do touchless attendance. Yeah. So these were the you know, overall guidelines which I have just walked through. I'm not sure was I very fast or I mean, was it okay the speed? If any questions are there, I think we can take it now, and then we can move to the next part. Uh, and of course, this presentation I'll be sharing after this webinar as well. So nobody's saying and nobody's typing. That means maybe my pace was okay, my speed was okay. If you guys can also do thumbs up also. I mean, in your participant window, you can go and you can also do thumbs up if you don't want to speak or type.
Shubhra, we are getting many responses. People are good with the pace, so I think we can continue.
Okay, okay. Sorry, because I'm not looking at chat right now. So fine, I'll continue. So these were the guidelines, you know, pre-service, during the service, post-service, within the workshop, and employee hygiene. I think these are the 5 areas you can categorize, and these are the mandatory COVID-19 safety items you can think of. I think most of you, the workshops are open, you might be using it already. You know, I could see some of the faces before getting into the webinar. They were wearing the mask. So I was feeling pretty happy. So disposable masks, gloves, goggles, 3-piece disposable vehicle courtesy items, this, you know, seat cover, steering wheel cover, and gear knob cover, hand sanitizer, disinfectant sprays, and of course the thermometer. I think these are the bare minimum items, safety items. You can keep it as a, you know, you need to keep it. I mean, there is no other way. So I just thought of putting this in a list also. So now we talked about, you know, what are the guidelines, what are the best practices we can use to make our workshops or our car care centers or garages COVID free. Now, the next question comes is how to implement this. So implementation, you know, it's very easy for me to, you know, talk about this in a presentation, and very easy for people also to listen. But when it comes to implementation, It's going to be really, really tough and it needs a proper planning. So what we are suggesting from Garage Plug side is, you need to do 4 things. So first thing is you need to create a task force to fight COVID. So I think as the whole nation, whole world is fighting with COVID, I think individually or as an individual businesses also we need to create task force and fight against this. So first part would be that, first step is you create a task force, maybe appoint 1 or 2 people, who are assigned to ensure that all the guidelines are followed and, all safety standards are in place. So appoint 1 or 2 people, or based on your size, task force, you appoint that, create a task force. And then, of course, you need to arrange all required items, what we talked about before. Based on your operations, you need to have all those things available in the workshop for your employees. You need to ensure everybody is equipped with all these materials for safety. And third is training is very, very important. I mean, people read in newspaper, they watch in TV, but when it comes to implementation or following the new standards, again, as human being, everybody needs training, everybody needs reinforcement. So that is something I would say, owner of the workshop needs to ensure, or manager of the workshop needs to ensure that training for all the staff. These are new standards, these are new realities. So the training is done properly and everybody adheres to those standards. And the fourth one is, of course, I mean, you have given the training, you have created the task force. Now the implementation needs to be regularly checked, regularly reviewed. Some of the things maybe you need to monitor every day basis. Some things you need to monitor maybe every 2 hours or 3 hours. Few things you need to monitor monthly basis or bi-weekly basis. So you need to review each and everything. And what we can support is now, we talked about the standards. Of course, we have put down some stuff. This whole list can be it can be taken to the next level also, where we can maybe elaborate it more. We can have the guidelines specifically for technicians, specifically for advisors, or specifically for workshop managers. So we can even do further detailing also. So from our side, what we can support is the materials, which is required for to keep these safety standards. If many of you, if you are, I mean, we have done this webinar with many geographies, and some of the geographies people have requested us to, figure out how they can get all this material seamlessly. So we can help there also. If we get good response from people, we can figure out something. If we can do some research on this and have some kind of standardized material supply for this, or maybe have some supplier identified for this. So that is one thing. And other thing is, of course, these guidelines also we can keep updating, and this could be a material for you guys, to keep it as a handbook and to follow this. Because if things are written, things are trained, people are trained for certain guidelines, I think then implementation becomes easy. So we can help there to do further updation of these guidelines. And of course we can also help you in implementation challenges also. So if you want your staff to be trained about COVID safety guidelines or checklists, so we can do that. So what we are doing right now is we have actually created a good checklist in Excel, and we are going to supply this to the people we know, the garages we know. We are going to supply this. So, and this checklist can be edited and further updated based on your inputs as well. So we need to work together to fight with this. So I think my team is going to ask you question. I mean, if you need our support in in supply of COVID material or implementation challenges, one of these or both of these, you can reply to that. Because this is something based on need only, we will put our efforts. But we are very much sensitized that these are the things we have to do something. I mean, individually or as a group or as a team. So we need to work together. So this is the support from our side. We are extending that, and based on the need, we will do it. So you people can reply to the message. I think it might be there on the chat. So I'll just give you maybe a few 10 or 15 seconds to reply to that, and then we'll move forward. So I think people who are listening to me, you can respond on chat, because based on your response, we'll invest time in these two things, supply of COVID material and implementation challenges. If you don't get enough responses, of course, maybe there is no need and you guys are able to handle it. So the purpose here is you should be able to handle these safety standards and with proper material and with proper guidelines, trainings, and everything. And we are here. We are here to give you support, whatever you need. So I'll move forward. You people can reply later also, or you can contact us separately as well. So this is the checklist I was talking about. I've just taken the snapshot of the checklist. So we are preparing this, I mean, it's an exhaustive checklist. We are preparing, the area, okay, workshop area, and then what category this checklist lies, like it is service appointment or customer receiving. So whatever guidelines we have talked about, and what is the check item, what is the guideline, what should be the frequency of that guideline and this checkpoint, sorry, and who has to check it, and then whether this is checked or not. So this kind of a check sheet checklist we are preparing now, and we can circulate it, and we will look forward to have your inputs as well, preparing this exhaustive checklist, because it is going to help all of us. Now, so what next? So we have talked about various guidelines, and we have talked about various safety standards and everything. So and we have also told how we can help. So next is from our side what we have done. So from last 1.5 months we have been observing many things in the market, in the environment, how things are changing. So what we have done from our end is we have we have launched a new platform. Let me just play this. You people can tell if you can hear the sound or not. So what we have done is, we at Garage Plug, we are launching a complete new platform, which is called as Touchless Auto Service Platform. Of course, we have taken a lot of components from our existing, product also. We have built something new, and we have tried to make it as a touchless service experience for the customer. If this kind of a platform is implemented, then your customer, he will have their kind of experience where everything is done touchless manner, no physical, not much physical interaction. I'll just play this video and move forward. Yeah. So this was a small, short video where you can see whatever, guidelines we have talked about, service appointments to bookings, to job cards, to invoices, payment, reminder, everything, like everything needs to be now digital. So that is why we are saying world is changing. It is world 2.0, and everything, I mean, now it's like digital first. That is what is the kind of standard now. So this was a small video which we created, and how do I go next? Okay. So just to give you a glimpse of what we are bringing on the table, to help you in going completely touchless. How you can make your workshop as a touchless service experience. How you can give touchless service experience to your customers. So this is the booking portal. I would say it is going to be white labeled booking portal plus website. So it is all integrated with Garage Plug inside your garage. Whatever you are doing, it is going to be integrated with that. And so where customer can chat with you, he can book the appointments, he can select the offers, and he can book it. you can do the service, and later on payments also can be processed. So similar to that booking portal, we have also come up with this app also, where your customers, if you have various workshops, or if you want your customers to book it from app, this is again an integrated app. So to have the touchless booking experience for your customers. So it is going to be a white labeled app for your customers, where they can, again, as you can see, they can book, they can add to the cart, and customer can see the complete, his history, his orders, and what is the status of the job card, what is happening. So customer need not to do anything. He can just open the app and he can see what is happening. And of course, as we were talking about, we have to avoid the rush of people, or do proper planning of the slots also. So what we have done in our booking appointment system, it's all managed by slots. So we have brought up the slot management system for booking, where you can define, or you can tell us what to configure, and we'll be configuring your booking slots, and based on these slots the bookings will be done. And of course, customer will get the pre-service, all pre-service communication will happen on digital channel also. And some of the workshops who are doing, doorstep pickup drop, because now we are talking about touchless or contactless booking service, where, the customer's mindset is now, somebody should come pick it up and drop it back, after sanitization. So those kind of things. And many workshops are moving towards doorstep. So now, to encourage the doorstep pickup and drop, the whole booking system will be integrated with Google Maps, like how you get the experience with Uber. Similarly, customer will book and he'll put his location, and you can, go to his location, service it, and come back. So all those things will be taken care in this platform. And of course, once the car has come, we already have this in GaragePlug, which is like touchless vehicle reception. So when we talk about touchless vehicle reception, it is about doing the digital inspection. So everything is going to be digital. You are going to inspect each and every part of the car digitally using the digital inspections, and approval on touch panel, and and digital job card will be created. So here we are again going to enhance, where even the customer can approve at his side also. And during the service, of course, the whole service management, your workshop management, you can do digitally on GaragePlug platform. So people who are already using, I think for them it is going to be duplication, but people who are new to the platform, GaragePlug itself, so you can manage your completely entire workshop from anywhere. And you can check the real-time vehicle status, and any kind of status to customer will be via SMS, email, or WhatsApp. So the customer need not to call you or do anything. It is all digitized and automated. And during service or post service, I can call it, or maybe during service also we can call it. So we have built this plugin where, because we know you are going to get rid of your customer lounge also. So what we have built is this kind of a screen, it is a rolling screen, what you see on airport and all, to check the status of your flight. Similarly, if the customer comes in by chance, and he need not to talk to your staff, he will have this kind of a rolling screen or TV screen, maybe outside the workshop or in the front desk, and he can just see what is the status, his car is ready or it is still work is going on. So this kind of a touchless TV display is given for the waiting customer for the status check. And of course, service delivery point of view, this touchless invoices, online payment, the integration will be there, and digital gate passes can be generated. So this whole thing can be digitized using this platform. And feedbacks also, no need to call or no need to ask customers to fill any kind of form. It is going to be completely touchless and remote. So customers will get the feedback form, and everything will be managed digitally inside the GaragePlug, and the customer gets the feedback digitally, which will be linked to your Google as well. And reminders also going to be digital reminders, and reminders will be again linked to the booking system, what we have shown. So customer can book the appointment within the reminder message itself. So this and you get the appointment inside GaragePlug. And of course, inventory and all your purchases, no need to go for paper, purchase order on paper. You can create the digital purchase orders, you can do digital stock-ins, and you can manage the entire inventory also digitally. And accounting, of course, all your accounts can be managed in GaragePlug. So we have the basic accounting already available. And analytics reports, those are also there. Any kind of things you want to see in real time, you can see in GaragePlug. So you need not to go for any kind of paper-based reports. And also we are bringing SMS campaign also, because now the world is moving towards digital. So if you're doing any kind of paper-based marketing or any kind of local marketing, I think you can stop doing that and move to digital marketing, SMS marketing. So all these things we can help you. And also if you are running any kind of loyalty programs, so many workshops I have seen, they print the coupons 50% off or 30% off or these kind of things, and they distribute to customers. So I think all those things needs to be stopped. So this touchless platform will give you opportunity to create the loyalty program for your customers. So you can create the loyalty program like discount coupons, cashback points for your customers, and of course that is a good motivation to bring back your loyal customers. So the customer retention module is going to be useful here. So this was like this was the a quick walkthrough of how we can bring, I mean, of course adhering to the guidelines, and there are many things which cannot be achieved just by using this platform. You have to physically train people, you have to bring the right material. But using this kind of a touchless auto service, I mean this platform also, you can get rid of a lot of things which are no more going to be accepted. And people are also changing, their mindset is changing. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because I think somebody said. Okay, fine. So that was the end of my presentation as such. So I think now we can get into the questions if you have any kind of questions.